to BitmonkeyTV. Welcome back to another episode, blah, blah, blah. Lovely start to another episode of NFT Thursdays. And today we're going to keep it simple. Given that we're showing the process of what we're doing with that NFT project that's launching this summer, I'd like to show the process of my curiosity, right? I'm very eager to learn how to develop. I know enough to get myself in trouble. So there's an account that I follow on YouTube that I've mentioned before called Hashlips. And we're going to watch, it's about an 11-minute clip. We might follow along. But there's also some opportunity at the end for developers and NFT artists who need support. So there'll be links at the end of the video for you to fill out if you're interested. So yeah, another episode of non-fungible token. The reason I shortened it is because the YouTube title, with trying to put more descriptions about what the video is, it would cap out. So I was like, shoot, I have to save some text somewhere. So I still do call it non-fungible token Thursday, but thanks for tuning in, man. Good evening to you. So without further ado, I'm going to plop this in here. We're going to take a look. Looks pretty sweet. They're simplifying the process to create your own project. So, oh, forgot the background music, eh?
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use my new free tool to generate your collections simply by clicking on a button. Then we're going to be looking at how you can participate in the hackathon coming up this year, as well as become a part of the artist list, standing a chance to win a spot to do a collaboration with me.
Okay, so it's a competition. Forgive me.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Daniel, aka Hashlips, and welcome to my channel. Today is a very special episode. It is an episode where I'm going to be releasing a free tool for you to try out. Keep in mind, it's an alpha stage, and I literally had a few hours to code it. But it is useful, helpful, and you don't even have to touch code to create NFT artworks now. Looking at the repos, we can see the new repo over here, and this tool is a visual aid and is based off the Hashlips Art Engine, the very popular repo that is helping thousands of people out creating generative art. Now, this one is for people who understand the code, knows how to use the terminal, and likes more functionality. Then go for this one. If you simply want to create a quick collection with a visual interface, you can go to the Hashlips Art Engine _app or go to this URL directly. This is an open source repo, so feel free to contribute if you want to, but for people who just want to use it, go to the releases section here on the right hand side and click on version 0.1.0 alpha if you want to do the same thing that I'm doing right here.
So it looks like
Then
he's
go
got
ahead
EXE,
and download
so
the
Windows and Mac,
executable binary
which is
for your
cool.
operating system. There is one for the ARM architecture. These are for Macs with the M1 chip. Then there's also for Macs running without the M1 chip over there, as well as Windows. So I'm going to download this one because my Mac has an M1 chip. Once you have downloaded the DMG file or the exe, then you can go ahead and install it. Here is the downloaded file. So I've got my DMG, you might have your exe for Windows. Keep in mind that I haven't signed these files, so your computer might say that it can't install this from an untrusted source. Now, if you want to bypass that, you can do whatever you feel like is right. I can't advise you on that. All I know is this tool will help you in generating. That being said, so I'm going to double click on this. Here's the installation file, and I'm going to drag it into my applications. In my applications folder, I can see here is the tool. I'm going to double click on this and open it up. And now we can see the Hashlips art engine in a visual form. How cool is that? I do want to, however, mention that you'll most probably need a file like layers, like we used to, and what is in this folder structure over here. Well, let's go ahead and open this folder up. You can see inside of this folder, there are subsequent folders named background, bottomlet, eye color, eyeball, goo, and so on. These are different attributes that you will need for your NFT collection. These are individual attributes. So, for instance, the eyeball, we have inside of that folder two images, one with a red eye and one with a white eye. Then we have got eye colors in the eye color folder, and this is how they look. They're just simple colors. We are going to use each one of these different looking images to construct an eye. In the bottom lid, we have different size lids, and you can play around and look at my previous videos on how to construct this kind of folder structure. It is very important that you don't have anything else in here apart from your folders and in them your image files. That is it. For people who have followed my videos before, they know that we can add some rarity levels to the certain attributes that we want to render. For instance, if we want this pink color to be more rare than the others, we would give it a rarity weight. And according to the ones next to it, it will show up more often or less often than the others. How you add a rarity weight is by adapting the file and adding a dollar sign and a weight. I'm going to add
Look
a
how
weight of
simple that
10.
is.
Keep in mind, if you don't add the dollar sign and a number, by default it's 1. So this will make it show up more than the other ones. So in order to make the pink very rare, I'm going to give cyan a 50, the green maybe a 50 as well, purple going to give 100, red I'm going to give 60 maybe, and yellow we're going to give another 50. We can see that pink is more scarce because it has a lower rarity weight. We'll see this in the program just now. Let's close this off and let's focus on the tool. Looking at the tool's interface itself, it's pretty straightforward. You get like a little control section for the configurations. Here in this area, the configurations gets displayed. On the tree side, this will show some of the attributes as we pull them in. In this empty section, we have a display area, which unfortunately doesn't work for Windows currently, but I'll show you this here on Mac.
No.
And then on the
Okay.
bottom side, we get a progress bar and some information. And that's it for the interface. Let's start building our collection. Now, I have to say this is an alpha app. So if something breaks and goes wrong, please let me know in the repo and just try and do it exactly like I'm doing here. I have coded this in a few hours, so just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and click on
All right, Gary.
configuration.
Thanks for joining us,
Currently,
man.
we're
Good
going to
afternoon. Good
generate
evening.
maybe 100 NFTs. You can change the name, the supply, the symbol, and your description over here. You can also play around with the height and the width of the image that will be generated. Once you are done with your configuration, you can close that off. You then have to open the path section. This is where you need to specify two paths. The first path is your input path. So we need to select the layers folder. Let's go ahead and set the input path now. So on the desktop, there's the layers, and here you can see I want to set the folder to point to this one, which has all our different layers. Click on open. Then we need to set an output path where this will save. This I want to place on my desktop somewhere. So just select a path and click on open as well. Now that our paths have been set, if you did this correctly, if you click on layer order and you pull in your folders, you should see the folders being pulled in like this. If at any point you got an error, please make
This is a good question. Like, I would imagine since I thought it was out of 100, it looks like it's not. So, just assigning the numbers in a unique way and running the script you'll figure out exactly what percentage, it provided for that particular trait that we're trying to. So that's why a lot of people, I do know from just experience with being a degen and researching projects and all these announcements, they're not always exact numbers, right? And it makes sense depending on the approach, I would assume. So especially on the supply too, like when less of that is pre-calculated, I believe that the traits are less predictable, right? As far as, but you can get close using the weighted numbers. But I'm excited to try it, to be honest. I want to play with this. So without further ado,
Make sure that your folders don't contain any other files, but apart from image PNG files, and that it looks like the folder structure that I've shown. Two things happen when you do this. You will see your images being displayed here in the display area, and on the right hand side, we see our tree. Now you can see there's a tiny number on each one of these attributes, and that's the rarity weights. The eye color that we've changed, you can see, have the respective weights as well. Now, once we have this, we can see that this doesn't make sense at all. So what you can do, and unfortunately, like I said, the display does not work for Windows, but you can still restructure the order. We can go ahead and put the eyeball, take the eyeball and drag it, and you kind of replacing these layers. So next would be the eye color, it's in the correct place. Then we'll have the iris, the
we have a slight interruption. If you haven't heard already, the VFriends Series 2 Public Mint is going to be a raffle. So from what it appears to me is it's not a gas war. So thank you, Gary, for the alpha. Go to the VFriends Discord, most recent announcement. You can watch the video, scroll up a little bit, you'll see this. That's cool. Here, you know what? We're going to read this together. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? What's up, PR? Thanks for joining in. How you doing this evening? So member role in Discord. Let's go check. I should be a member. I'm not sure what category I am because I moved them all out. What do I have on this? I have creature for sure. There's got to be an easier way to check, right? Yep, exactly, Gary. We'll get back to the video. I'm just going to go through the process, so fuck it, why not? So I'm a member. We're good. We're good. I'm sure there was an easier way of checking this, but that's okay. Bam, bam. Chicka bow. Chicka bow, chicka bow, chicka bow. Okay, got it. So we're going to do this. Here's the link. Go do this now. If you haven't already and you have the money, 0.335 in your wallet. Do we have this in my wallet? Having issues with my password right now. Study. Oh, just the cut. So 335 343. I need to put some more ETH in here. All right. It's enough to at least register and be confident. I do not want email updates. We good. There's no bicycles. What? I already did that. I have an answer for this.
Shine, then we'll have the
Back
goo
at
being
it.
lost, and that is our fully constructed layer order. At this point, when you have constructed your layer order, do not click on Get Folders again. This will reset and pull in the folders from scratch. Rather go and close this off, go to Create, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we can click on Create. It will render our files. There's a build folder that's being generated for us on the desktop. Everything worked well. And if we click on the build, we can see.
Gonna go back a few
So what
minutes
you
because
can
I was
do,
distracted. Sorry.
unfortunately, like I said, the display does not work for Windows, but you can still restructure the order. We can go ahead and put the eyeball, take the eyeball and drag it, and you kind
Yep.
of replacing
Wonderful.
these layers. So next would be the eye color. It's in the correct place.
All you're doing on the
Then
line
we'll
of code
have
is
the
replacing the
iris,
numbers from
the
like 0
shine.
through
Then we'll
X
have
amount.
the goo being last. And that is our fully constructed layer order. At this point, when you have constructed your layer order, do not click on Get Folders again. This will reset and pull in the folders from scratch. Rather go and close this off, go to Create, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we can click on Create. It will render our files. There's a
Look
build
at
folder that's being
that.
generated for us on the desktop. Everything worked well. And if we click on the build, we can see here are our images. And respectively, it also has its own JSON files. We can see that we still need to replace the CID. Now, after you have uploaded your files to IPFS, you can simply go in here and replace your code in there, the IPFS link, like we used to do. Please watch one of my previous videos if you don't know what I'm doing here. And then you can simply click on Update Metadata. There's no feedback here, I still need to work on that. But if you go back to the JSON files, you can see
So,
they've
click
been
it like 3 or 4
updated.
times for good
And
measure.
that is how easy it is to use this new tool. Let me know in the comments if you are excited to try this out.
This is pretty sweet.
Also, just to mention what I said in the beginning, yes, there's going to be a hackathon in the middle of this year, taking place in the year
Yes.
2022, which is the year we are
This
in
is what I
right
was
now.
talking about.
Now, if you want to participate, there'll be more information available later, but go ahead and fill out this form if you want to participate or a team wants to participate. It is a really cool hackathon, and you'll be able to contribute to open source code and win some prizes. So go ahead and fill that in. I'll leave the link in the description below. And last but not least, what is the artist list? I am very excited about this form and the feedback that I'm going to get from the community. If you are an artist or you know about an artist that wants to go into the NFT space and needs some supporting structure, feel free to give them this document for them to fill in. I will have a look at it, and on a later stage this year, I will start this art movement to help artists in the NFT space with a collaboration that they can do with me. I'm going to choose a lot of artists, so feel free to fill in the form. Don't be hesitant. Anyone can show me what they've got and we can collaborate in the
So
future.
you're
But this is
saying
a
there's
way
a
for me to always want to give
chance.
back to the community. I hope you had an amazing time with me today in this video. If you did, let me know, subscribe, and as always, have an amazing day. Cheers for now.
Cheers for now, mate. Pretty sweet. I like that. It's amazing. It's a great way to test too.
All right, we're live.
Oh, this is that premiere from January.
Hello.
Now we go back full screen. How's everyone doing today? What else we got today? Oh yes, form submission for that doubleheader from last week is closed. And for anybody who missed the first episode, let me actually show something. I need to do the premiere, so let's actually do it together. Actually, before I do it, right? Once your traits are sorted out and you got the layers all sorted out, and just designing from that perspective, and if you're outsourcing, making sure the instructions explain that properly. It's easy, quote unquote. Yeah, I like the cozy penguins. I'm just stocking up, seeing ones that I like, seeing the ones that I'm not necessarily always going for rarity, but if I see something that's sitting too low, I'll snipe it. I like a team that's building, and they're building, preparing for launching their first project that's actually going to cost at mint. So I'm excited for their future, and I wanted some more penguins. I still got my eye on a few more. But they're just one of those teams that you never know, like Pixel Vault-esque, right? Like once it becomes full-time, it's not full-time for everybody on the team yet. But that's not a big negative by any means. You know, a lot of teams start out on this being a hobby or a passion project or a side project, you know. But they're stacked. So I'm excited. I'm excited for them. So actively watching that floor. Thanks for joining us. Let's see where it's at. So this is a NFT project that we're working on. We're launching this summer. This is a teaser. And I'd love to know your thoughts on it. We're going to be posting this on YouTube and across all socials pretty soon as we start our push. So main reason I haven't posted this yet is that ending. NFT Bytes is another Twitter account I started for Monkey Bytes in general, the original idea. And I'm still undecided if I'm going to push to Bitmonkey Studio or NFT Bytes, but this is Bitmonkey Studio. We also have NFT Bytes, which I have some plans to do some type of news, meme, fun weekly post about Web3, about NFTs. I just haven't had that time dedicated to turn it into that. So still working it out with the team. So I probably shouldn't post this yet. Gary, hit me up on the DMs. I'd love to know your thoughts right now on, I know we talked about it. I'm thinking NFT Bytes is the way. I think they will get enough eyeballs. I do. I'm confident in the team's ability to market and to push and to, while they're trying to do everything organically, I'm very confident in the marketing tactics. And I don't want to say tactics in a negative way, but the ability to market. I am very confident. That's why I keep buying more. You know, right now they're in hibernations. There's little cozy penguins in hibernations. But from that perspective, I believe, it's my belief, you'll see a nice run here. in the near future. Hey, so that gumball one at the end, yeah, let's watch it through one more time. One more time. Does this keep your attention? My bad. Yeah, some alpha. That gumball at the end is gonna be the tits, so to speak. I say that in the warmest way. Thank you. I appreciate it. The warmest way. Gonna make that one really rare, but just because of how much I love it. As much as I want to see more people with it, it's not going to be as common, not anymore. The idea was to make 5 of the 8 or 9 fur types have almost identical rarities throughout the collection, but we're changing that. We have to. Yo, I appreciate it, man. Glad you guys enjoy. It's the first of many, right? There's going to be more coming out explaining what we do with that 55%. You know, how does it go back into your hands as token owners in a meaningful way? To be announced. So it's exciting, and we're trying to show the process as much as possible. So that's why we're doing those shows with Amanda, for her to draw out certain things on the show, and we can talk and squirrel and vibe, you know. The idea with this project, right, it's the first of many. Want that gumball one. Yeah. This project is the first of many, but I'm going to make sure that it's, you know, that second layer of its foundation, where people are rewarded long term, you know, as we build more, as we release more, as we do more. It's a fun one. And we really hope you guys like it. She does. She's very talented with her style and her approach, and I'm excited to learn Procreate like her. Do you have any projects that they're excited about that they want to bring up? Because in the meantime, I just want to double check something. You do that. All right, I'm not going to do that on air. I didn't, but I'll go pull that up. I remember you posting something. Overall slump, you know, I guess it depends on perspective. You know, some projects are doing very well. But that big push we saw last year, I don't know if we'll see one this year again, as people are smarter. They're not just blindly throwing things around as much. The money's more concentrated. But we also have the benefit of social media and just the word getting out, people learning, more people preparing to get involved, doing their research. Like, it's a great time to buy, in my opinion. If you have the ETH, if you can get liquid out of certain projects that have profited well, why not better time to go snag some that you believe in long term that are still going to be here. Because that's what it's all about, finding those long-term ones. Like I was lucky to find Pixel Vault when I did, and I wish I got more. I mean, that's what everybody says about the mint. I minted below the 5,000, not after. Wish I got more. And but they're building something that's unique, and I've been staking meta heroes, and I'm earning, and I'm not in a position where I need to pull it out. I'm just letting it accumulate. But I'm like, holy shit, once they actually have a working game to market, like, whew, imagine like just betting in those types of projects. Like, I'm gonna shout out, hey, Scotty's here. Was crack-a-lacking. Yeah, I definitely did. I'm gonna go pull this up right now. Yeah, speaking of Scotty, Squishyverse. He mentioned something about Squishyverse to me a little while back, and that one's doing pretty well right now. So we're gonna browse some squishies right now. Hey, what is this? A sign I need to buy one? The fuck is this? If you're new around here, you'll learn that I like the sevens. Lots of sevens, especially triple sevens. Triple sevens is the thing. And wow. So this one, apparently they have Scotty. Like, I wish I can just bring you on the show real quick for you to just drop knowledge on the squishies. I don't know enough about the squishies, but you can already stake your squishies. The reason the ownership's so low is because most of the collection is staked at the moment. They're earning, and a lot of people are making money paying rent. Like, what the fuck? Undervalued. Let me think about that. Let's go check that out. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I had to explain that there at the end. Yep. All right, so this is, as always, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. But a few weeks ago, we had an episode titled NFT Twitter accounts that you should be following, right? In my opinion. And Kaigani was one that I've always followed. I always keep an eye on what he says, right? He doesn't always spell it out for you. But he's been talking about, and I paid attention because I started following this. I forget how I found this, but then I saw him posted about it. I'm like, interesting. They're very cheap. Very cheap. They're like 0.02, 0.09. This is their plans long term. So if you're thinking from a perspective of a lot of these other quote unquote blue chips where they are at this current point in time, imagine this team in a year, right? So opportunity to spend 0.02, 0.03 now, sit, hold, put it in cold storage, wait, right? Or, you know, interact with the community, depending on like airdrops and whatnot. You might want to have it in like a cold hot spare that you don't actively use. But who knows? Who's to say it's not going to reach 2 to 3 in some time, right? That's a good bet. 0.02 to 3 ETH, like all day. But NFA, DYOR, there's no guarantee that happens. But I'm going to give you an example, right? Kaigani is somebody I follow quite a bit. I don't listen to everything, but the fact he's talking about him, I did snag 3. He had mentioned something about, I'm going to give you an example that literally just happened. It literally just happened with these Aku mint passes. I was airdropped 2 of these. And they have a 3 ETH floor right now. And it took me 1.9 ETH to buy the 3 tokens, but I made a mistake. It was 3 prerequisites, like other projects that hooked you up with the airdrop on April 7th, right? I did this end of March. And like he gave us this alpha, but he said, I'm not going to spell it out for you, right? And I started looking into the project more and more, looking into the team, just looking into everything. And I'm like, holy shit, this could be a sleeper. And I posted something in our Discord, in our alpha channel, And if you're not already in there, bitmonkey.gg/Discord. Go check it. I think it was like March 25th or 27th or something like that. I posted their Discord link. And long story short, I've since sold one of those 3 tokens for 0.77 for a slight profit, right? So I'm only in 1.2, and I have these 2 mint passes worth 6 ETH in total. It's amazing. But the point I'm trying to bring up is watch Twitter, pay attention, do your research, make your bets, right? You can't just as much as you want to ask people what's the next best bet, the next best bet is looking around at things that you like and following certain people whose advice you trust, whose advice has played out to be right more often than not. That's the trick, right? And then doing your research, having your own process of elimination of how do you look at a project, right? Starting to learn how do you evaluate those projects. There's a great opportunity with Super Geisha. So that was a long-winded answer, a long-ass squirrel to saying, I've done my bit of research. This is not financial advice, but I think these are undervalued. I personally do. I think they could be half an ETH to an ETH easy. Why not? Compared to everything else. It's all about attention. And with the right attention, it'll get there. Right collaborations will get at that attention. So Kaigani. This one. Let's fucking go. What's up, B? Thanks for tuning in. Only low cause squishy. Yeah. What were we gonna check here? Code of Finance. I do not know what this is, Jonathan. And then I was gonna check something out. Yeah, hey, for anybody who just joined in, we did something earlier. I just saw the count go up. If you're interested in a series 2, your odds just increased if you don't want a gas war. You can just go sign up for this public commit raffle. And you just need to have 0.33 in your wallet. You have to be in the Discord, a member in the Discord. And roll the dice. I mean, why not? No gas war. That's pretty sweet. I mean, some people are going to feel burned, but I think it's a brilliant solution to that gas war problem. Just do a public mint raffle instead and then roll it out in phases. Oh, not out yet. Okay. Yo, Tim. Thanks for tuning in, man. Shout out to Tim for this awesome banner that he did for the studio. I love looking at it. I love just pulling it up. Oh, why doesn't it show it right here? No. What else? Anything else we want to talk about? I was honestly just about to shout you guys out too. Don't you have like a family movie night going on right now or something? Or pretty soon? Let's go. See your entry into VFriends right here. Yeah, dude, let me know. I'd love to learn more. Okay, here's a little more information on the raffle. Let's go take a look here. Raffle entry begins. You got a couple days. Winners announced same day. Okay, allow list minting period 24 hours. And then waitlist minting period if applicable. So cool. I mean, I'm sure there'll be spikes of gas into the couple hundreds, but it's not going to cause an insane gas spike, I don't think. Unless it is like an open the doors free for all, then you just wait. You just chill and wait. Yeah. So that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I'm trying to look. Today I titled the script NFT Wing It because I kind of just went with the flow here. But we started off the episode and did a Hashlips kind of like movie night where we watched a 10-11 minute clip on this tool that he's in that he's developing. That's an alpha mode still. That's an alpha still. So can't rely on it past, like, if it breaks, you know, do your part and report what broke. Report why, report how, help him build this tool because it's helping people create projects like that now. You essentially just group all your layers and folders, launch this little application, load those folders to the application, update certain fields, and voila, you can run the script and generate X amount from those layers within those folders, which is pretty freaking sweet. There's also an opportunity for NFT artist work or artist collaborations or opportunities for projects that he's working on or launching or something like that at the end of the video. So check the YouTube bio. I know I put the link in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the POAPs for the double headers last week. That's what we do. We tune in for live streamers. So everyone gets a series 2. I almost just said V friends. A series 2 Secret Food Society NFT. So I'll be verifying that form this evening, and I'll either just transfer them between now and Tuesday, or I'll make it a thing to transfer them live. I'm not sure yet, but they'll be in your wallets by end of day Tuesday for sure. After I verified that you have those POAPs required. Hey, I appreciate you. Much love, B. All right. As always, it's been a pleasure, but this is that part of the episode where it's time to say goodbye. So for today's POAP, the secret phrase is family. Just family. Go into our Discord, bitmonkey.gg/Discord. There's a POAP channel. Let me make sure it's enabled. Yep, it's enabled. Secret word is family, followed by your public wallet address, and we'll airdrop today's POAP. If you don't know, our POAPs provide future benefits of utility, prizes, giveaways in the short term, long term to be announced. So just keep stacking. That's all I can say. And the only way to stack is tuning in live, hearing me say the secret word, going into the Discord, performing this action, and then I disable the channel after I'm done with the stream. So limited time window to get them. If you do it live, cast will inevitably spike. Yep. Appreciate you too, man. And yeah, we'll be back next week. I'm not sure on the format yet. I'm going to reevaluate these double headers. While I like them, I don't know if I'll continue them unless like one's lighter than the other with less prep. Because prepping the same amount, I'm now half-assing my prep, which I don't like. And I'm like, I should change that. I need to change that. So much love. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody has a good evening. And if you like this, if you found any value at all, I would appreciate a like, subscribe, retweet, yada, yada, yada. Much love. Catch you soon. Peace.